Well, I had a client call and asked me to come and look at a job that we did earlier this spring. These are some cherries that we grafted, and if you look here, you know, you see our usual work. I mean, I hate to brag, but I'm going to. It's 100%. That one's growing, that one's growing. We got 6 grafts on here. Every one of them growing. I walked a couple rows over here, found one that was slow, but nothing that's dead. These are growing. This is a sucker down here, so we'll get rid of this sucker and force the growth into the graft, which is this. So that one's alive. Those two, these two, everything's growing. And then you go over here and you start walking down this row and you go, wait a minute, what happened here? Well, the grafts are not dead, they're gone. They're just gone. They're not even on here anymore. Matter of fact, I don't even see them on the ground, but I'm sure they're around here somewhere. And this client called me a couple weeks ago. He said his neighbor kids come through here with a stick and knock the grafts out. And he wanted to know what I could do. So I just called him and I told him to train up some suckers on these trees like this. He'll train up about 3 that are in good position to build your primary scaffolds. Actually, they left a couple on this tree, one here and one here. So and there's one here. So if he trains up this sucker in August, I can come in and put a bud in of the right variety, the desired variety. Here they knocked them all off of this tree, not one graft left on there, and we had almost 100% take. What a shame. I just called him and asked him if he strung them up by their toenails. He said, yeah, I've got dead kids hanging in the trees everywhere. Oh man. Okay, they left 2. They left, yeah, there's one. So if he trains up this sucker and trains up this sucker, then we can come in and butt in there and we'll make a tree out of them. But that bud we put in August will not grow until next year. So he's going to have a couple rows out here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, at least 4 rows that are destroyed. I forget how many he said, 166 grafts I think got knocked out. Well, anyway, we'll fix them. This is not my my first rodeo. I've heard of this before. There were some kids in California one time went through with their bicycles and I took a stick and just knocking them out. All right, that's enough. Well, another beautiful day. I just talked with the owner up there, and those trees he turned over to the insurance company, so they're probably going to get compensated something. I don't know what. Enough to pay for the grafting, at least, most likely, for those trees that those kids destroyed. But I guess his wife came out and she had run the kids out of the orchard because they we're doing an ag burn. They do that in the springtime around here. The orchards burn the debris from the pruning in the wintertime, and then they burn those piles in the spring. And the kids were playing in the fire, and she went and ran them off, ran them out of the orchard, and so I think she made them mad, and they come back and knock those grafts out. So anyway, but we'll fix it. We're going to fix it. It's not going to be too bad. Fortunately, there wasn't that many.